Hello, everyone, and welcome to MT4Professional's presentation today on symbol configuration and putting it all together. My name is Randy Lindsay. I'm your host today. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you can hear my voice and see the screen. So please give me a shout out either in the chat panel or the question panel. Let me know that you can hear me well and you can see my screen. Thank you very much. All right, thank you, Claudio. I got that. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can. Maybe we'll have to look into that. All right, let's get started. Just want to let everyone know that MT4Professional and Resilient Traders are not investment advisory service. We're not registered trade advisors, so we cannot give you any specific trade advice. What we can do is teach and train you on how to use our amazing tools and how to set them up on your platform and how to set up a trade plan so that you can both be consistently profitable and successful. So trading in futures, stocks, spot currency, which is Forex, cryptocurrencies, commodities has a large potential for reward, but it also has a large potential for risk. So you must be willing, you must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to trade in any of these markets. So please don't trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Past performance is not indicative of future results. So please get advice from a competent financial advisor before you start trading in any of these markets. Never ever trade in a live account until you have first proven that you can consistently and profitably trade in a simulated account. You should only use risk capital, and we make no implication or representation to buy or sell any specific security or instrument. So who we are? I am Randy Lindsay. I'm your trade coach today and operations director at MT4Professional. Claudio Cardinal is the product development director and all things technology guru. He's the brains behind MT4Professional. So if you need any technical assistance, you'll probably get it from Claudio. Anything else you'll probably get from me. And our highly trained staff, of course, of customer support people. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be going over the symbol configurator. We'll show you very simply how to go through and set up a symbol configuration and then how to put it all together. Because last week we talked about the chart configurator, and the week before that we talked about the scanner configuration. This week we'll show you the symbol configuration, and we're going to put it all together, putting the symbol configurator, the scanner configurator, and the chart all in one fell swoop. So that way you have the full package. We're going to go through a very live demonstration of that. I will make a very special offer to everyone who's here. If you're not part of MT4Professional already, then we want to make sure that you don't leave without being part of our family. And of course, questions and answers will always be available throughout today's presentation. If I'm speaking too fast or if my English is not clear enough, I'll try to slow down a little bit. Just let me know. Otherwise, if I talk too slow, then it'll bore people and they'll start leaving. So I don't want to do that either. But I want to make sure I give you a good, clear presentation. Today's message is being recorded, and you will be sent an email following the presentation of the recording. So let's get right to the demonstration. I've had just a little bit of trouble with my MT4 platform today. MT4 is pushing out updates, and the update has not done well with me today, so I had to re-download and reset things up. So I hope everything is back in line. The nice thing about MT4Professional is that everything is cloud-based, so I didn't have to worry about reinstalling or resetting up any of my configurations. All I had to do is just re-download and install MT4, and everything was already ready to go. So with one click of a button, I logged in and I had all of my configurations ready to go. So I'm looking at currently a 3-chart layout where one of my charts is larger than the other two. I have a scanner layout where I'm looking at all three of the time frames represented on the charts. You can see within MT4Professional, we have multiple time frame analysis capabilities where we can move our crosshairs and they synchronize across all three of the time frames, where I can look at both time and price alignment to determine location and cross alignment with all of the other time frames. So I can see a nice plateau and a break, and I can see where a price was tested and then started to break again. So it's really clear to see and analyze where we are, not only on the bigger picture of an hourly chart, but on the shorter time frame picture here on our 15-minute. The scanner itself is scanning through the development of each of these relative to the strategy that we're looking at. The strategy for this setup is the EMA and price. So we're looking at price action relative to a 15-period exponential moving average. If price closes greater than the EMA, then I consider that to be bullish. And if I have a bullish 15-minute and a bullish 30-minute, bullish hourly chart, that gives me a very good feel that I'm in a bullish trend and that my fastest time frame has a much higher probability of a successful ending or a profitable trade. If I enter a trade short, if my longer term trend is long, then I have a high probability that trade will end in a stop out, because we usually reverts to the longer term trend unless it's a reversal. And you can see that on your longer term and your shorter term trend cycles. So the nice thing about this strategy is in one chart, the scanner, I can look through all of my symbols at the same time and be able to identify the potential trend setups. For example, on the Swiss yen, if I were to click on that one time, all of my charts change to the Swiss yen, and then I can start looking to find out that I've got a bullish trend, and a bearish trend. Notice it was bearish, bullish, bullish. So it's bearish here. Is the bearish trend a simple correction that's going to return to the longer term trend, or does it look like it's starting to reverse and possibly set up in a reversal downtrend? Right now, you can see I have a pretty big engulfing bar on my 30-minute and on my 60-minute. And you can see that that's coming back up and failing to produce any new highs. So there's a pretty good possibility that this could be consolidating and getting ready to reverse and maybe break down lower. So I can see that coming because I was alerted to that by my scanner. Vice versa, I can see that the euro yen is just starting to see weakness on the shorter time frame in a longer term trend. So let's see if that euro yen is also setting up. You can see I have a bearish setup here, but I'm still in a bullish configuration and bullish, but this trend isn't as hard as the other one was. And so you can see a nice potential double top, a break below. This looks like it can be going into consolidation, or it may be getting ready for a possible retracement back down to the lower floor and possibly a continuation up. It's hard to tell because this isn't a very nice chart setup. It's not as strong a setup as the other one was. I'm not getting any clear indications that this wants to turn around, although this does look like a pretty good reversal signal to me. It's topping out and I'm not getting into any new ranges. It came to a support value and stopped. So either it's got to get enough legs to come back up again, or it may be reversing. So the 1 hour is in a nice stronger trend with a series of higher highs and higher lows. So let's see if that trend will be continued to be supported on the shorter time frame. So, but it let me know that it was coming and it was ready to take off. The Australian US dollar has 3 time frames that are signaling ready. Looks like my second time frame just went green, and so I might be converting and going right back around again. So the Aussie is coming back up. I've got a downtrend. this just crossed back up into an uptrend, and this is already in an uptrend. So this might have already done its correction and may be getting ready to push right back up into the already existing uptrend. But that uptrend is in a slightly downtrend condition on the hourly. So that's one thing we have to consider. If it does come back up, then we will see the target range is the double top that we saw here before. Two highs and then price retracing back up to there. So this is telling us the short-term 30-minute is back into a bullish trend with the long-term trend. I've got a nice formation base forming here. And then if that pushes back up, I'll get this one turning green again, and I'll be able to take this possibly to the previous high or even to the new highs that we'd be expecting to see over here. So that's one way to look at it, and you can see the analysis that you can do very quickly using MT4 Professional just with the most basic strategies, and that's what this is right here. If you have more complex strategies, of course, you're not limited at all. But let's go ahead and select the configuration and edit the configuration for this, because I want to show you how to set up the symbol configuration. That's what today's topic is all about. The symbol configurator can be gotten to by clicking on that. And if you notice on the left-hand side are all of the symbols that you have access to on your MT4 from your MT4 broker. Every single panel that's over here is listed there. And what you do is you just select the ones that you want and place them in the list over here on the right. Now, for example, I'm going to go ahead and clear this. I'm going to go through and start selecting all of the euro pairs. Notice that by typing EUR, I was able to filter and find every single pair that was listed that has the EUR symbol in it. If I'm looking for a specific symbol like EUR USD, then notice that everything that has the Euro US dollar symbol appears, and I can select just the one that I want. Now notice I have a -E component and a straight component as well. So I've got two separate symbol capabilities on this for my platform as provided by my broker. So by doing this, then I can go through and select, and if I hold down my control key, I can selectively pick the ones that I would be interested in. Scroll down, pick the ones that I'm wanting. Yeah, if I miss one, I can always pick it up and add it later. Okay, so I'll click the right arrow to add the symbols that I loaded over on the right. Now, if I want to pick any of the Japanese yen pairs, then you know I already have the Euro Japanese yen here. So the pound yen and the dollar yen and the, what else? New Zealand yen. It looks like I don't have the New Zealand yen non-E. That's okay. New Zealand. Those are all E's. And so looks like I have a limited selection of choices for the New Zealand pair, not as much as I do for the Euro pair. And I'll just go ahead and go with this, and I'll call this one my Euro pair for now. So that was a configuration. I'll say okay. And so what I've done now is I've set my configuration for my symbol on the EMA and price with the current setup. So by clicking save, I've now changed my symbol configuration to just these Euro pairs from the pairs that I had previously shown. So by hitting the load button, now all of these symbols that are loaded are all going to be just the Euro-based symbols only, and not any of the rest of the symbols. So very, very simple to set up and configure. Any way that I want to change it, just simply go through the edit process again, click on the symbol configurator. You can clear them all, take out just one. You can add any multiple groups, or if you just don't want to use those at all and you want to start from another configuration, then you can select any other configuration that's out there and use the symbol list from it. And it will automatically load the symbol list from that configuration already in here. So if you've done it once, you don't ever have to do it again. Just select it from your previous configuration. If you create a new symbol list, and you can use that, save it, and reload it so that now you have the complete list of symbols that you're interested in ready to go inside MT4 Professional. Pretty easy, huh? Are there any questions with regards to the symbol configurator? Now I'm just showing you your Forex examples, but of course, if you have any symbol like the I'm sorry, I can't even think of CFD symbols like this, the spider or the NASDAQ. If you've got gold or silver, cryptos, they're all available for you if they are supplied by your broker. Then you can use those pairs on your MT4 Professional platform. So it doesn't look like I'm getting any questions out, so that's fine. I'll go ahead and proceed. And now we talked previously about the chart layout, how with a single click, you can edit and set up your charts to look just the way that you like them. You can see the chart layout is a large window and then two small windows. Very easy to select the time frame with a simple pull down menu, and the template shows exactly how I want that to be displayed. And all I have to do is just select a template or pull up any template that I have on my platform and use that template as the new template going from this point on. So it's very simple to do. If you don't like any of these layouts, you can clear them and start over by just clicking the Add Chart window. And you can tile them just by clicking the tile window, or you can select a tile configuration of your choice and exactly so that you have it exactly the way that you want it. If you already have a configuration that's laid out just the way that you like it, you can also start from any other configuration and it will pull the chart configuration from that configuration file and make it automatically sized and the same as this one here. So you really don't have to start from scratch. You always have something to use to pattern the current plant settings by. Once you have it set up and going, always make sure you select the Save button. Always give your configurations a good description so that when you're going through it, you can look at it and see exactly what it does and how it can be used. And then the scanner configurator, just like the other two, you can start from another configuration. So if you have a scanner that you've already set up that maybe looks at the relative strength or MACD setups and it scans for those automatically, but now you want to do a couple of different things, or you want to add stochastics or maybe a Ichimoku cloud to it, then you can add those rules to your current MACD or RSI rule base and expand it even more. So that way you don't have to start over again with those configurations. You can just pull them in and then add the new configurations you want to it. So the color rules, again, just to go back over those, it's a simple set of rules that help you to define whether it's bullish or bearish. Now, if you remember, the scanner had a spreadsheet type layout that showed different time frames and colors, whether it was bullish or bearish. Well, this is the area of MT4 Professional that defines that. These are the rules, the scanner rules. So if price is greater than the 15-period exponential moving average, then it will go bullish. And if price is less than the 15-period exponential moving average, then it will go bearish. And I signify that by being the red color. Of course, I can pick any color that I want. If I happen to think that bearish is magenta, then I could make it magenta. And if you think that bullish happens to be cyan or light blue, then you can set it to be that. So it can be any color that you like. The default color is when either of these two conditions are not met, then it will go to the default color. And you're not limited to just one condition either. You can have multiple conditions by clicking the plus sign and then adding the conditions that you want inside the area. So this is evaluated first, condition set 1, and any other additional considerations you give it. Or if that's not true, or it will evaluate this condition set. This condition set can also have any multiple number of conditions for it, a bearish configuration. Most of the time, they're the same condition, just opposite. Here, this one, the price is greater than the 15. Here, the price is less than. Sometimes you have conditions that are different for either bullish or bearish. So you can set up any unique set of rules that you want. And you don't always just have to have two conditions. You can have a bullish, a bearish, or even you can add an additional configuration and make it like a neutral or a congestion trend or any other number of conditions. So this, you can, once you add one, you'll always be able to add another one. It'll automatically give you unlimited number of condition sets for your configuration. If you make changes and you don't really like how the changes went, you don't have to save it. You can always cancel out and it won't save any of your changes and it'll keep everything just the way it was. And right here, once you have your color rule configured and set up, then you assign it to the time frames that you are interested in. Here, I like you saw in the chart, I have 3 different time frames that are set up, and I have 3 different rule sets that are based running on each of those time frames. The 15-minute is running the main color rule, main CR. The 30-minute is, and the hourly is. If I wanted more time frames, I could just simply click a plus sign and add more, or click the X and remove them if I want less. You might want charts for all of them, but you maybe only want to be scanning for a few. The fewer that you scan for, the faster the scans will be, and it'll be less CPU intensive. So that way you can do it from that configuration. So you can see the speed at which the scanner is rifling through all of these settings. And so it's going at a pretty good rate right now. If you click on the gear wheel, then you can see that the scanner speed can be configured based upon the speed of the CPU on your computer. If you have a very new and fast CPU, then you might be able to go back to the fast mode, where this will zoom through each one of these and do the calculations for you. The default and normal setup is at medium. If you have an older computer, or if your computer's a laptop and can't really hold up to the rigors of real computing, then pick slow, and you still can use that within those settings. If you have a pre or post fix on your symbols, make sure that you identify that here in this section so that MT4Professional will automatically include that. And notice I have -E as my post fix for my symbols, but you can see my symbol list is just the standard symbol. So that way I can use the predicated or the new symbols, either one with the -E symbol configuration on the list, and it will work perfectly fine. So it is smart. If you have any configuration that you've created and you want to delete it, then all you have to do is open the chart and click Edit. And you can see right here is a big delete button. That'll delete the entire configuration. If you created an entire configuration you don't want, then, or you made multiple ones, you want to declutter, then just click the delete button and it'll remove it from the system for you. Okay. You can't do that for any of the presets. Notice that for any preset that we give you, you're not allowed to edit them. But what you can do is you can create a custom configuration from any of these and then save it as a custom creation that you made, and then you can edit it, change it around, and even delete it if you wanted to. Now let me show you a little more complex configuration here. I call this MyMACD. What it is, it's looking at several different scanner configuration rules. So if we look at the scanner for this, you can see that I have loaded up multiple configuration rules. So you notice I have a MACD that I'm looking at, the MACD histogram relative to the MACD signal line. I'm looking at the close of price relative to a 15-period exponential moving average, and I'm looking at the slope of the relative strength to see whether it's positive or negative. In this case, I'm looking at the previous relative strength, making sure that it's greater than the current relative strength to give me a slope. So I want to see a relative strength value that is going down. All right, so I want to see my previous bar greater than my current bar. The bullish condition, I need to see a positive slope. I need to see price over the moving average, and I need to see a MACD histogram that closes greater than my signal line. So you can see I've got these multiple configurations all set up and looking at the setup. So this is a little more complicated scanner setup. And if you want to go even more complicated, then I can pull up my custom Hawkeye configuration. And if you look at the scanner configuration for that, then you can see that it's even much more convolved. I've got multiple color rules where I'm running multiple tests on each one of those. So you can see you're not limited on how complex or how simple that you want to make your scanner rules, because we designed this for you. We want your rules your way. You set it up the way that you want it. We don't limit you in any way to display or to set this up the way that you like it. It's really a revolutionary concept, and it gives you really strong professional grade tools on the MT4 platform, tools that normally wouldn't be available. We make it very easy for you to do multiple time frame analysis. We make it easy for you to scan for setups that meet your criteria and rules. We make it easy for you to rifle through and select symbols that look like potential trade opportunities. And all you have to do is just click on any symbol and automatically preloads onto the charts the symbol that you wanted. And all of these are cloud-based, so you don't have any fear of missing out or losing any data. You can travel anywhere and log into your MT4Professional platform, and all of your data will show up and all of your configurations will be ready for you. And you can even share your configurations with your trading buddies by clicking the edit button. If you click on the share icon in the bottom right, then you can share this current configuration or any of your configurations with any of the other traders who are currently registered with MT4Professional. So that way everybody is on the same page at the same time. Can you test a Hull moving average crossover? Is the Hull moving average included, or do I have to input the formula? Yeah, you need to have an indicator that does that. MT4Professional is more of a platform. It is not a symbol or an indicator library. You have access to all of the indicators on MT4, but you will have to input your own indicator. So if you do have the Hull, which I don't think I do, then let me see if it has it here, the calculations for that. I just have regular moving average, but I'm not sure if the moving average itself has a Hull option or if you have to calculate that. So let me see if it does. No, it doesn't. So yeah, you do have to input your own calculations. Once you do have it, then yeah, all you do is select the data window. Once you have the data window open, simply hover over any part of the window that you're interested in, and you can see the outputs are currently displayed on the data window. The Hull moving average output will show on the list here. So as you can see, I have a MACD line and I have a signal line because the MACD itself has two different outputs here. And so that from that configuration, I can access the MACD and the signal and compare the two to see which one is greater or less than. If I have more than one moving average, like the holes, then you can do that very same thing. For example, I'll pull up the Alligator, which is 3 moving averages. And you can see the alligators have 1, 2, 3 different moving averages, and you can check those by looking at the output. The first one is the jaws, the second one is the teeth, and the third one is the lips. And so you can compare the relative position of each one of those just by saying, are the jaws greater than the teeth? Or are the teeth less than the lips? And so forth. So you're simply looking through those values here on your configuration. And I'll show you exactly how I do that. So if you edit the configuration, then you can see that I have Alligator. Which alligator am I using? In this case, I'm using the lips. So I'm saying the alligator lips have to be greater than the second one here. The second one here is looking at the teeth. So my alligator lips have to be greater than the teeth, and the lips have to be greater than the jaw. So that's condition that makes it bullish. Vice versa, you've got the downside condition that's set. That's a strong buy. This is a strong sell. And that's the setup for the alligator configuration. Now, if I wanted to share that alligator configuration with somebody, then all I have to do is just click on the share configuration panel here. Type in the name of the person that you want to share it with. Okay, so Ramon, if you are in the system, there you are right there. Then all I have to do is click the share button, and I have just shared it with you. So all you have to do then from that case is go to your configurations panel right here by clicking on the selected configuration and scroll to the bottom. In the bottom, you'll have a received or inbox. Right? From there, you will see an alligator configuration that I just sent you. It'll say it's from me, from Randy Lindsay. And all you have to do is click on it and start using it right away. See, notice you can't edit it, but you can create a custom configuration from them. So by clicking the custom configuration button, then you scroll down to the bottom to the inbox, select the one that you want and say yes, and then it will create the configuration that you wanted to do. All right, you're welcome. Yeah, so David, yes, the analogy for your hull would be just using that. You're looking at a fast or slow, you're looking at the cross. From any indicator, you can buy an indicator, you can write your own. You can have us write it for you. My technical staff has a bunch of experience in developing indicators, so just let us know what your conditions are, and we'll be more than glad to develop or write a custom indicator that meets your specific needs and integrate it with a custom configuration in MT4Professional. Just let us know, and we'll be glad to set that up for you. Headley wants to know how to receive a signal for a configuration on your smartphone. So when you're in a configuration and you get a signal, let me go through and load this back up again, edit that. Then when you're on the scanner, you have to enable real-time notifications. Click this button right here and it will turn on the notifications part of your MT4 platform. So that way you can get email notifications, you can get screen notifications, you can get audible alert notifications. If you want to have mobile or text to cell phone notifications, then all you have to do is click on the verify or set your phone number up. So all you have to do is log into, by clicking this link, it will log you into the members area of MT4 Professional. And let me show you that right now. Here in the members area, you'll log in. It will take you over to the settings panel. And then from here, click on notifications. This is where you'll end up when you click on this link. Your phone notifications right now, I currently have mine set to no, but if you set this to yes, and if you put in your phone number right here, including the country code, then it will automatically send you phone notifications as well as any website, email, or regular notifications within the system. So that way you're set up and ready to go any way that you want to get automated or notified. Any notifications will show up here under the notifications bell or icon, where you'll get either general notifications or specific announcements of when new software releases are put out and so forth. Okay, so that will show up there under the little bell. And like I said, the gear icon allows you to go through and set up all of your settings, or it gets you directly to the documentation through support or a way to contact us. And under these settings, this is also where you can manage your subscription to either cancel your subscription at any time or to update your credit card information for your billing and payment. One last thing before we go into the offer is there's a real-time scanner set up here. This allows you to take the scanner with you anywhere you go. So let me show you this really quickly. Let me get out of this and close this and that. Now I have a scanner set up here, and let me close that window and make this larger. Notice it automatically resizes the screen for you. So sweet. If I have my mobile device and this Chrome window on my computer acts as a mobile device, I can be a laptop, it can be on my mobile phone. All I have to do is log into the MT4 Professional members area and select the account that I'm currently running. It will automatically go out and pull up the scanner that's on the device. Notice it's the exact same device and the exact same symbol as I have running. I want to select the symbol I'm interested in, which is the Euro US dollar. So let me find it and click on it. By clicking on that, it will automatically switch the symbol to the Euro US dollar, and it'll give me a snapshot on my mobile device showing me what the current setup is for the Euro US dollar for a 1 hour and 4 hour alligator chart setup. I have a bullish hourly chart, but I have a bearish 4 hour chart. So right now I'm waiting. This looks like a potential setup, but it's still just a little bit early. I want to make sure that I'm in before I go. So I had to go to lunch. I'm out eating. I'm away from my desk, but I can still keep up to date on all of the changes and all of the signals, and I'm not going to miss a single one. And if I do see something that I want to trade on, then I'll just pull up my mobile broker and make the trade on the spot. So everything is automated, and you don't have to be tied to the desk. You get real-time updates of the scanner from your platform to your mobile device, and it's just that easy. That's a really nice consolidation. The breakout from that's going to be nice. So if you do have any other questions or comments, let me know, but I'm going to move over to my presentation now and go to a live special demonstration offer. Because you're part of my class today, I'm going to give you a full-featured MT4 Professional or for MT4 or MT5. This is the full software. We don't cut any corners. We don't limit any capabilities. So you get full access to every feature that I've shown you today. You get access to our Skype community. This is a place where all MT4 professional users can come, ask questions, interact with each other, share trades, share configurations, whatever you want to do. It's your room. You can use it any way that you like. With exception, we do moderate it and we don't allow you to get crazy or anything, but yeah, you have access to that. You get unlimited configurations and storage in our cloud, plus you get up to 100 push notifications every month on your SMS device. So you get SMS notifications, 100 per month. Anything over that, then you'd have to pay a small fee for the number of notifications that you would get. All the pre-configured preset configurations are included as well. Total value is about $2,300. Of course, you're not going to pay $2,300 for a limited time because you're part of a special class. We've made it available for $194, but again, you're not going to pay that even on a monthly basis. $97 a month. We wanted to hit under $100 a month. Most people can do that. Most people can easily make more than $100 in a month trading using our software platform. So $100 a month is what you would be locked into, and it is not going to change. It's not going to go back up to $194 next month. It's not going to go back up to $194 at the end of the year. It's locked in for the lifetime of your subscription. You don't have to worry about it. You even get a 14-day free trial to see if this is what you like, if this will do what you want it to do, if it can be set up and configured the way that you want it based upon your rules. So to get started today, it's mt4professional.com/trial. mt4professional.com/trial. Let me see if I can get that in the link for you. Let's trial. There you go. Click on the link and it'll take you to the page where you can get started with the MT4 Professional today. And then I can even share with you any of my configurations if you ask me to in the Skype chat room. I'll be more than glad to do that. If you do have any questions or comments, now's the time to do it. Of course, you could have asked any time during today's session, and I'll be glad to pull up my charts and give you more demonstrations or even setup analysis if you want me to do that as well. If you have questions after we're done today, then please contact us at support@mt4professional.com, where we give you a prompt reply and we'll answer your questions within 24 hours. And if we can't, we'll let you know that we're still researching it to find a good answer that meets your specific needs or requirements. So support@mt4professional.com is our contact. If you want to have a ticket or anything else, put in as well. Support@mt4professional.com. All right, so let me get my platform back up again. We have about 15 more minutes. That's 15 more minutes where I can share information that I've gotten. Leave the link here available so you can see it. And notice that when I resize the window on my MT4 platform, that the windows all resize themselves. You don't have to worry about going through that whole configuration setup of dragging and dropping the windows to any size. Gone are the days of having to drag and drop symbols onto charts to change the symbols. All you have to do is just click one time and it automatically loads and pulls it up in for you. Are there any other questions that I might help you with today? I mean, that's the purpose of today's class, is questions and answers, training. I've given you full training instructions and videos and access in the members area for setting up the configuration chart configuration window, for setting up the scanner configuration window, for setting up the symbol list configurations, how to save them, how to share them with your friends, and even how to use them by putting them all together. Yes, Misty, today's webinar has been recorded and you have full access to it probably within an hour after the webinar ends. You'll get an email that says the recording is now ready, and all you have to do is click on the link to view the recording on our YouTube page. So yes, you will get the recording. You're very welcome. Is there any other analysis or configuration that you'd like me to pull up or do for you? I'll be glad to do that. Most of the presets that you see here are that come with the system. So if you're looking at doing any type of moving average, crossover, or other relative strength analysis, signals, multiple time frame analysis, we have most of the configuration presets already available for you. If you need help setting up a custom configuration, then like I said, we will definitely have we definitely have the ability to do that for you. So if you want us to set up a configuration based upon your own rules and your own configurations, then just send us this email at support, and we'll be more than glad to help you get going on that and to set you up with a custom configuration time where we sit down with you on your computer and write the configuration based upon your own setups. So just let us know and we'll be more than glad to do that for a small fee. David, am I looking for all bars to be green or one if the time frame meets my conditions? It could be, yes. You might be just looking for one. It depends upon what your criteria are. So if you're looking for in this condition for the alligator, if I am looking for a bullish condition on both time frames, then yes, I need them both to be green. Like the Aussie yen, for example. Click on it. You can see that the lips are greater than the jaw and the teeth. Here you can see the lips are greater than the jaw and the teeth. If, however, in this case, you can see that the lips crossed underneath the jaw, but didn't cross under the teeth until here, this is the first time that you have an actual bearish condition. But it took a long time in order to get to that point. But you can see that at this point, it's not quite configured because you've already got a potentially bullish setup coming from your faster time frame, because your faster time frame is already crossing back up above that line. So it's nice to be able to see and align this with your multiple time frame. You might not want them to be all green. You might want to have one which is gone green, especially your faster time frame, to show you that there's a potential setup coming. So for example, the euro yen, you can see that it's gone bullish on the hourly, but it's bearish on the 4 hour. On the chart itself, you can see that I'm bullish and bearish, but this is in a more of a congestion area. This is probably a time of day that you don't want to be trading anyway, but that's the setup and the configuration you'd be looking for. So if you need to have both of them bearish or bullish, then yes, you would look for them both to be the same color. Otherwise, you might not want them. One last question. Should MT4Professional be opened and active to receive the signal on your smartphone? Yes, you need to have MT4Professional running on your computer in order for these signals to be received on your smartphone or any other device for that matter. If MT4Professional isn't running on your MT4 platform, it's just not going to generate the signal for you to see it. So it does need to be up and running. Absolutely. Yeah, so if you have two longer moving averages that are used as your filters, then absolutely one will show you long, one will show you short, whatever the trend might be, and use that to help you. You use those as filters and then use the trade criteria based upon those filters as a go, no go. So that's a good way to do it. I like that. All right. Are there any other questions? If you do need help, we do have our custom onboarding sessions available to you. If you need help getting started, we give you a 15 or 30-minute session absolutely free to get going. So, and then if you do need any custom configurations after that, then we make ourselves available for you also there. If you need any help, then all you have to do is go on to the documentation area. So by clicking on Home, click on the Visit the Help and Documentation Center. It'll automatically take you to our knowledge base. From there, you have the quick start videos, any type of support from the help community as well. You can look at the scanner configurations, the scanner rule set configurations, any workspace charts or scanner symbol setups. It's all right here in the area. Even if you have any billing or licensing questions, you can get those here. And if you don't find any of this that meets your needs, then just open a ticket. Just go up to the top and click on New Support Ticket and ask us your questions specifically. So that way everything is available at your fingertips. So Misty wants to know, does that apply to alarms as well, that the platform has to be open in order to work? Yeah, any alarms or sounds, the platform itself needs to be up and running for the alarms to trigger or to go off, because otherwise it's not going to be running in the background. It needs to be up and running in order for the any of the alerts or the alarms to go off. You're welcome, David. Glad to see you've had it for a month. You finally had the time to let it sink in. Awesome. All right, any more questions? I'm always monitoring the Skype channel, so make sure you get access to that. And I'll be more than glad to help you on that as well. You're very welcome. All right, well, if there aren't any more questions, then we can go ahead and end a little bit early today. If you don't have anything else that you'd like to see. I mean, that's the whole purpose of being here, right? Is to show off our amazing platform, the configurations, and what it is that you want to do with it. All right, then. Well, thank you for joining us. We will be here at this same time in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, we have a live 1-hour training session to get you up and running and going. You can always contact us 24/7 in the Skype chat room or through email at support@mt4professional.com. And don't forget to take advantage of the link here, mt4professional.com/trial, to get started on your subscription to MT4 Professional or your 14-day free trial to get going. support@mt4professional.com. So thank you. You guys have a great rest of your day, and let us know if there's anything else we can do for you. Take care, and bye for now.